Welcome back. We are back. 9 at Mine is back. It's been a little while. We are in Carlsbad, California at Aviara with Mr. Trottie Golf.
What's up, mate?
Thank you for joining me. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us.
We're in Southern California, so kind of a home game. I drove down here, but this is Trottie's going to show us around. He plays a lot of golf around here. The Kingdom, TaylorMade is not too far away. We got dialed in this morning. Did a little fitting with the new the CBs and the 770s.
Diving into loft and lies, we've literally just made a combo set of 770s and CBs and then gone way back to pretty much standard lie. And I hate, as you know, there being a thing called standard lie. I hate it because there is no standard, especially when you get to this level and to the peaks of the game. And why do you use the black ones?
Style.
Style.
They look cool.
You think they look cool? Okay.
I get a lot of compliments on those.
You know they feel harder.
No, I don't think so. Do you? Is that the feedback you get?
DJ said it, so I went with him.
Yeah, I'll go with that too. You know, I was noticing they're a little firm. Now that you mention it, I'm really starting to think about it.
You've come in and said, I'm not hitting the long irons high enough. I've said loft. If we take 22.5 on a 770, even if you come across, look, MC's at 23. I bet MB is 23. But this MB 6 iron for, I'm gonna say old money and age myself, but when I got on tour, that would have been 31.
Yeah, so everything's just getting stronger.
You're in the top 1% of golfers.
Yeah.
Why would you want to play strong golf clubs?
Right, no, so that's just for people to say they hit it further, and to hit it further.
Yeah. You don't need that.
Right, no.
Straight out the gate, I think, what's the loft on a 6 iron?
30, 31 really.
There you go. Do you know what I mean?
Not 27 or whatever you got going there.
Exactly. That's a conversation that we always have. These two golf clubs, just guessing, which I hate doing, but where's the miss? Greens.
Like left.
Left?
Yeah.
61.5 lie angle. That's really upright. Old money, so old money being tour when I got on the tour, started working on the tour, 61.31 was a 6 iron. And then everything would move, so that would go 60, that would go 59, that would sometimes even be 58. So let's forget the 3 iron because we don't play it. So 59, but notice how industry standard, if there is an industry standard, has moved. And we're talking about the lie angle of the golf clubs now. You're at 61.5 on a 4 iron as a great player. So what happens is, that ball we know is coming out strong, but you can see it from here. Like, look at how upright that is, meaning this is closer to the grip. If you make a good golf swing, then this is gonna snag.
Yeah, like if I hit them good, they'll be like kind of pull draw. Not like a hook, but just kind of like a pull that's like, yeah, it's just no good.
Especially these two.
Yeah.
And then once we start to get into the real set, you hit nice golf shots.
Yeah.
We fixed it just because we're gonna bend a few golf.
I like it.
The boys
Easy
in the
work.
70s didn't have it wrong. That's awesome.
At my level, I can't ask for much more of a 4 iron than that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's like a pitching wedge for me.
It's good, isn't it? It's good. So 77, there you go. So anyone worried when they do this about gaining yardage, you just got 10 yards from your average.
It's just about right.
I mean, just about perfect.
Yeah. So we're gonna test those out. We're gonna play some golf. We're gonna learn the Chris Trott story because you've had quite the life in golf.
Yeah, for sure, and ever going on and keeping going. So obviously I get to see your crew quite a bit on here, which is great. Always love coming on the channel. So yeah, we can get into that and talk about it.
You've been with these guys around the world.
I would say in golf, like I've grown up with a lot of people, and this seems to be a bit of a crew that I'm growing up with right now. So it's good. The golf's good like that.
All right, let's play some golf. We're gonna play straight up. We're gonna play the tips here at Aviara. As always, a 9 at Mine, a 9-hole match, friendly banter. We're gonna drink some Fireball. We're gonna have a really good time. I'm actually very interested to dive into your story. Thank you to Fireball for making this possible. Cheers.
All right, you want me to kick off?
Go for it, sir, the host.
There is a green bush down there that sits, if you hit it between that and the flag,
Yeah.
that's a good spot.
So just Splitsville.
That's gonna be okay.
It's okay over there, right? Kind of a little open over there?
It opens up more than you think.
Okay.
That was a tracer killer. I enjoy a tracer killer. Everyone at Fore Barstool Sports, you know that I'm the king of tracer killers. That's 1 for 1.
$5 in the tracer jar.
I've got about 50 grand in the Barstool tracer killer. Let's add another $5, no worries. That is perfect. Good shot, mate.
Thank you, sir.
Watch the tracer, watch the tracer. that's spot on. Great shot.
So you were born where?
I was born in a little town in Derby, which is Derbyshire, and then I grew up on the Wirral. So whenever I say where I'm from, I always say the Wirral, which is just a little peninsular land south of Liverpool, that Hoylake, Royal Liverpool Hoylake,
right
is
there.
home. That is home, yeah.
So it always blows my mind how close together the cities are in the UK, because
Yeah.
like Liverpool and Manchester are two pretty big cities and went they're like an hour apart.
40 minutes.
Yeah. So you were closer to Liverpool though.
Correct.
Got it.
I always say, just for the people back home, that I'm known as a woolly back. I'm not a Scouser. So they will
You
know
don't
that-
sound like a Scouser. You know, like,
I
"Ah,
mean,
yeah, course."
Yeah, I've been gone a long time, but anyone from the Wirral is known as a woolly back.
So did you ever sound like that?
More so when I was younger. Yeah.
It's like from watching Love Island, I'm basically like an expert on regional
On the accents.
on regional accents. Like, yeah, of course, yeah, I know. Yeah, 116 from right here.
I've got a 52 out the rough. It's into breeze a little bit. Oh, fuck off. I might hit the frickin' mower. That came out shocking.
Oh, that is so bad.
Two very mediocre golf shots, mate.
Is that on the green?
Yeah, these greens here are colossal.
You have to do some work to miss it, you're saying?
You have to do some tremendous. Well, I've missed it.
We both did some work there. So you started playing at was your dad into it at a super young age?
Yeah, Dad was it. I played tons of cricket as well, and of course football, like soccer. Everyone plays football, soccer. Dad was into it. Dad worked a lot. It was that generation that just pounded it.
Just got after it.
Yeah, so it was a case of like, if I wanted to see the guy, I had to do what he was doing rather than him do what I was doing.
Right. What was his job?
He worked for a frozen food company back when microwaves were like killing it.
Okay.
So everyone would eat frozen food.
Right, you just get frozen dinners and
it was a discount brand. So Liverpool is a blue collar town. So basically you'd buy a cheap frozen meal for the family and feed the family for like £6.
come on.
I mean, it was horrific food, and it
Yeah.
was made in a nuclear microwave at space,
Yeah.
but that's
Hey,
what you were doing.
You're gonna have 3 toes by the 3 big toes by the end of the week.
There
but
wasn't any going to Sprouts and getting your meal like
Yeah.
the people of Los Angeles did.
there was no farmers market?
There was no farmers market, buddy, no. So that second shot just popped up on me, not good. We got a decent lie though, should be all right.
Oh yeah. Nice play.
So, pretty good. Happy with that.
Are we allowed to pick him up in stroke play?
Well, you want to just go to the next?
Yeah, let's just go to the next. I mean,
Okay.
we can putt him if you want.
No, let's go to the next. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I just
I
feel
don't
like,
need to see any more golf shots
I
than
just-
what I'm going to see.
I just feel like
I've just seen you play. I know how it goes.
I made mine for the record.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most classic. You're good. So was there ever a thought of like playing in college? I mean, that's a huge thing now for the Europeans, but probably not when you were.
Well, it's funny because I used to like graphic design and drawing, and I basically got pretty much ready to go to university in the UK. And about 6 weeks to go, I said, I think I want to go to college in the States. And the old man was like, what do you mean? I went,
You hadn't
"Golf."
taken the SAT or anything?
Nothing. So I took the SAT like the next week, got a scholarship at Temple in Philadelphia.
Okay. Did you go to Temple?
Yeah, for like 6 weeks.
You lasted longer than Matty Fitz at Northwestern.
Walked into the pro shop at Hoylake and I said to the pro, I want to do my PGA here. I was the reigning, not that it makes a difference this, but club champion, junior and men's.
Anywhere that means something.
And basically he looked at me and he goes, you're not doing that here. And he threw the magazine across the table. I opened it and he said, oh, well, the best job here is this one at the Belfry, which is the home of the British PGA. He throws it across the table. He says to me, well, you know, you could go there, but I don't think you'll get a job there. And I looked at it, I went, where is it? He goes, Birmingham. I went, well, we'll see. And I went and got the job.
There you go.
And that changed my life.
Shot. Very nice. Nice work.
Thanks.
Pro right there.
That is
That's
good.
a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
So obviously, look, if we're being super picky, which I am, the flight was high, the spin was high, there was not a lot of great stuff.
You're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot.
I'm in a horrible spot.
Because your good shots aren't even good shots.
No, it's horrendous.
Like someone tells you good shot, and you're thinking as you go to the cart, like, well, the spin rate's way high.
It was horrific. Golf shot. Well done.
Take it out of
Lovely.
the way. Take it out of the way in time.
Good shot.
So at that point, were you still harboring dreams of winning majors?
100%. Did 2.5 years of the 3-year course, was killing it, and the Simon Wordsworth, same guy, made £1 million driving range on a green grass account. So he took the range, turned it, which is a lot of money back then, turned it into £1 million range, put a TaylorMade bay in, put a Titleist bay in, put a Callaway
But not
bay
connected with the golf course anymore.
It was. The resort took the money.
Okay.
But this place would bring in these club companies. Launch monitors were just about coming into the world of golf beyond R&D, and trainees had to go in and run the rooms.
Right.
So he ran an order of merit among his 18 new trainees. And if you were in the top, I was 2, I think, and if you were in the top 6, you got one of these spots in these rooms.
So he's like, earn it.
And you had a chance to make 1% commission on every sale.
So what did that run back in the day, like 200 pounds?
Oh, you got nothing. No, it's less than that, mate. It was nothing.
No, for a driver.
Oh.
So you're getting 4 pounds of sale,
You
basically.
get some shine like that.
You gotta
yeah.
start. You gotta start somewhere.
Right, stick's got to be front right. I got 173 uphill.
The line is good.
I think it's good.
The line is good. Good shot. Good swing. You'd be like,
It's short.
good shot.
You're killing me. I hit one extra club as well.
All right, we got these new irons. This is the 7-iron CB. We talked about where we were going to switch the set. Was it we were going to do the 6-iron be the first one that was a CB, or a 7-iron was the first one was a CB? And Trottie said, how far do you hit it? The 6-iron. I said, if 190, maybe 200 yards. If I have 200 yards into a green, I'm just trying to hit the green. So we decided to keep that with the 770 and go for the 7-iron 7 CB instead of the 6-iron. So this is a good little opportunity. They were coming out a lot spinnier, which was good because they were coming out low and hot before. So we're just gonna hit a little floaty 7-iron. Oh, that's pulled. Get down. Get down.
Safe though, mate.
Yeah, probably on the green still. Just a
Huge
hard
greens.
pull.
Huge.
Okay, so you're working there.
So this story's epic.
Let's hear it.
So, we are obviously trainee golf pros, and I don't know how it is now, but you earn minimum wage doing that in the UK. Go to work the next day. This little Irish fella turns up, my height, and he's got triple branding on. It's like TaylorMade, Adidas, Max Fly. Weird. Like, I'm more of a golf geek than I am now at this point. So I'm like,
Shows up where? Just to like the Curry spot?
to the TaylorMade
Oh,
fitting
okay.
suite at the Belfry. Wish he had turned up to the Curry spot, even better then. So he turns up and I'm like, okay, interesting, this cat's come in. And he had a skinny guy with him who was a southerner. So, you got the accent going. I'm like, why would a southerner be hanging out with an Irish guy? Doesn't make sense. Fit this guy for his driver in this bay. And he turns around and says to me, thank you for the fitting. And I'm like, right. He goes, I've not come for the club. I'm on 1% commission.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, that's a problem.
yeah. I'm like, what are we doing here then? He goes, I said, well, you need something. And I turn, I'm like looking at golf bags, pulling them off the shelf, gloves. I'm like, let's get you this, let's get you that. Like hammering this guy. He goes, McGinley was here last week. Paul McGinley, Ryder Cup captain, as you guys would know. And I was like, yes, he was. Did a seminar here. Yes, I did it with him. Well, do you know the guy in the room that was in the black leather jacket? Tom Olofsky, his name is, Tio. I said, well, I didn't know him. I found out afterwards. He was meant to take the day that you'd done with McGinley last week. He was meant to present. Tio was the lead designer at TaylorMade, now the lead designer at Cobra. He said, Tio said, and Paul said, I need to come and see you because we've got a space on the European Tour. Do you fancy leaving the Belfry and coming to work on the European Tour? And I looked at him and I said, well, you're taking the piss, aren't you? I said, I got a really good looking bird last night's phone number. I said, now you're offering me this gig. I said, things happen in threes, like, is the camera going to walk in here? We taking the piss or like, what's going on? And he's like, no, I genuinely want you to do this job.
So you made a good impression on McGinley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot to thank McGinley for, and then he obviously got in this guy Ian Watts' ear, who became my boss, who was a great guy.
Yeah. So were you involved with TaylorMade at the time, or was it just?
So I was obviously killing it on sales for them, but I was working for the Belfry.
Right.
And then that's where my journey with TaylorMade truly began.
All right, it's got to kind of come over this hill, and then it's going to straighten out. Oh, it's got to go. Actually did better than I thought when I hit it, but it's not very good.
This new thing going on. I've been watching Ben Crenshaw YouTube videos, and it basically says grip it really soft. I have no idea if it's going to work right now, but I might let go of this putter when it's halfway on the backswing. couldn't hit it hard enough, gripping it too soft.
So I've got a new toy. Tell me about this this new golf ball.
Used to be tour response stripe, and it would be a contrasting color. Now it's got the clear stripe on it. I think they're just calling it TP5, TP5X stripe. We'll have to, don't quote me on that. I might have that completely wrong. But this came about because Dustin Johnson basically picked up the tour response stripe at a photo shoot and flat out said, I want that in white on a TP5, TP5X. I think they're going to kill it with that.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think so too, because it's got, I mean, like I know so many people draw lines on their ball and it's like, why would you not just have a perfect line already on there that's also not yellow? It makes a lot of sense.
That's clutch. That's huge.
Needed
Great
it.
putt.
Needed it, thank you.
Great putt.
Nicely done. Well hold. So so that was what year when you went on tour for the first time?
04.
So was that still, I know I'm too young for the like glory days of the European tour.
No, just past.
That was past it. So it was awesome, but was that also kind of when the playing stuff stopped because you were traveling and doing so much work?
After 7 months, I called my old man and said, I got to scratch this itch. I got to go to Q school.
Well, you're seeing all of them. You're like, I think I can beat these guys.
And he's like, I don't love it. I got to stage 2. Got a low-end tour card on the Challenge Tour. And played for a year. Did not do particularly well. And the same guy called me back up and said, Chris, we love you, you know, we love you. I can't keep this job open forever.
Right, you can come back if you want it,
yeah.
but you got to decide.
I went to Q school. I said, let me go to Q school. I went to Q school. I got an injury, and I was just sat there going, you ain't going to do this. You're not going to do it because you've got this thing over your head, this job that you really like.
Anytime anyone's like deciding between like a playing career, it's like, you gotta, especially on the Challenge Tour, you gotta really be, that's gotta be your like back against the wall, this is my plan.
100%, you gotta be all in, you gotta be Aaron Rye.
Right, exactly.
Sit.
Is that 8?
Sit. Yeah, 8. How about if I'm caddying for you?
Yeah.
I want you to hit one of your little back foot 8 irons that starts at that flag and moves right to left.
I like that.
That is what I want you to do.
Okay. Positive thinking, the power of positive thinking.
Beautiful. And there you go. Does it. Get up a hair. Good. Close now. Real close. Proper golf shot.
Power of positive
Good
thinking.
shot.
Okay, so when you got out there, you said there were starting to be TrackMans and this, that. Let's say if it was 1994 instead of 2004. Were there even like equipment guys on the range? Like what would that even look like?
Definitely equipment guys on the range. This guy Ian Watts I'm telling you about was one of them. 100% equipment guys on the range, but it was more like entertainment, steak dinners, beers. Let's look after this guy. A lot more drinking on the tour back then. You know, I was still in the era when the drinkers were still out there.
Right, guys who didn't work out, they just had
Ever hear a guy called Andy Oldcorn?
No, he drank a lot?
Well, I don't know if he drank a lot, but he changed his grips every single day. So what do you think that's based on? How much booze is in the system?
Oh, you're just sweating out, you're saying? Yeah.
I mean, when you're changing grips every single
That's
day,
insane.
then what are we doing?
That guy's contributing to like 8% of global emissions.
And I don't think Clarkey would mind me saying, like, he came out, he was a drinker.
Yeah.
Woozy was still out there.
Right,
He
you could
was a
tell, they have the
drinker. Yeah.
nose.
So when I first started, a guy who looked after me was a guy called Joachim Hegman. Do you remember him? First Swede to play in a Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Very, very particular. And then on from there, more famous names that you would know. Rosie, quite particular. And then obviously one you'll know, Colin Morikawa.
Colin is like, he's almost fastidious, I feel like is the right word.
Do your job though. If you're a club guy and you do your job, he's everything you want.
Right, because he's so exacting.
So, but if you've done it right, then he's going to be over the moon. It's only people who don't want to do it because they're too busy worried about getting to the bar or fannying about and looking at fantasy football or what are you doing? If you're truly into this, what are you doing?
Right. So you were when did you move to the States?
10 years ago. And I was amazed, having been so particular at how lackadaisical the American players were about equipment. They believed it was more on them as players, whereas the Europeans and the Asians thought there was an edge in equipment. The Americans were like, give me the damn club.
That's fascinating.
I'm going to make this work.
Sort of cultural.
Very cultural.
Yeah. They're like, fuck this fucking loft angle. Just give me the fucking 7-iron. You picked
I
that
thought
up,
was
sir.
gonna be good.
Good par.
He's giving it. Nice of him. Good putt. Lovely roll. Look at that bad boy.
It's a good roll. It just
I'm gonna
didn't
give it
quite.
you. You knew I was gonna give it
It
you.
just didn't quite break. But
And when I go through the YouTube stuff that I watch, you know, it has that little red line at the bottom, and I go through stuff that I've watched to the end.
Yeah.
It's all the Crenshaw stuff.
you love Crenshaw, huh?
Well, I must do, right? I mean, mate, I'm searching. And every single area of my golf
You find a
game.
new, 90s golfer. You're like, how's Sutton? Let me tell you, this guy.
Lauren Roberts.
Yeah.
I think for some reason, like, they were the golfers that I looked up to, and now it's not that I don't look up to them, but it's almost becoming unrelatable.
I think it is definitely a little bit more unrelatable because I think the bodies is a
They're
big part of it.
unbeatable.
It's like these guys are
Machine.
world-class athletes.
Dustin Johnson is freaking awesome.
Yeah, he could play, he could play pro sports where it's like you saw a guy with a beer belly or a guy like Ben Crenshaw who was like 150 pounds soaking wet.
Exactly.
Winning the Masters, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's unreal. I think that that's a really valid point, and I think that the older I get and the more stuff I listen to and the more bogged down my mind gets, it's important that you go back to what you did.
Yeah. It's interesting hearing you say that because like you would think that you would be the most, this number's got to check out, that number's got to check out.
But I've got like that,
Yeah.
and I'm struggling.
Right. You're there now and you're saying it's not a good spot for your golf game.
I think it's horrible.
Yeah. You want to just kind of maybe peel one off that bunker, just kind of.
If you got that shot, that's
Yeah.
the shot.
Okay. Nice. Now you're going to say the launch was all off, it was too spinny.
I'm gonna accept it.
You'll
It
take
was
that one?
steep, but it wasn't great.
Good shot.
I like where it is now. Good shot, mate. I want to say something here about you and your stuff. So I consume a lot of stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't like a lot of bullshit.
Okay.
And it's like your stuff recently has really been helping me, believe it or not.
Thank you.
In like the way I do stuff and the way I think about things. So like your view on the FedEx Cup, I thought was brilliant.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's dead. 37. You're going to hit wedge, you're going to hit a little floaty 9.
44 long, and there's a bit of a backstop, and we're into a bit of breeze. Doesn't even make the front.
I think it's like a yard short.
Freaking heavy.
I am going to go wedge. I'm about 6 yards closer.
Yeah, go wedge.
I think it's wedge.
That's no, I didn't give you a lot to go off there. Shot.
Sit down. Yeah, just left of it. Just left of it. So did you work on the PGA Tour ever? Or did you immediately start doing content?
No, I went the bit that people skip. I went to work on the Asian Tour. I ran the Asian Tour and the Australian Tour for 3 years.
So where was home base at that point?
Hong Kong.
That must have been wild.
Unbelievable. Kids were born in Hong Kong.
So do they have, I don't even know what passport
No,
that is.
you have to become a permanent resident there. I never got permanent residency. So they are English, and when hopefully I get American citizenship, they'll become US citizens as well. As we pointed out earlier, the international guys were doing so much on the European Tour, on the PGA Tour, I then came over to the States. And when I came here, I was meant to run Adams Golf.
Oh, the hybrids.
Yes. And what happened
TaylorMade
was...
bought them, right?
TaylorMade bought them. Then that whole plan got shut down. Then I went on to the PGA Tour. Then I did international tours and the PGA Tour. So all the international players coming in fell under my sort of remit. And then one of the putter guys left, and the only place I hadn't worked was the putting green. And it was like, do you want to do more stuff on the tee, or do you want to go on the putting green? I said, you know what, I'll go on the putting green for a year. That was the plan. I ended up on there for like 3 years.
God, you've just been in it from so many different angles.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I've done the back teeth in this.
I remember my first with you was like those OG TaylorMade videos with like J Day,
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah, I was in them,
This
yeah.
is probably like 18 maybe.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
was like when I first started. I was right. I had just finished college, and that's when I first was. That was, you guys really like that was the first of its kind.
So they inserted me into that because I knew the players. I get on really well with Jace. And basically, I was able to get them to pivot from conversation to conversation pretty easily.
Right, you just come in and be like, what do you think about this?
Yeah, and then if I had to talk about, for example, with this club, like raised micro ribs, you're not going to have Jason Day say that.
Just sounds silly.
Yeah, so the executives wanted someone to say the marketing terms. So that was me.
Yeah.
And then obviously I built, but to your point, you didn't want to take too much shine off the players. So it was a balance, you know.
Right, you were the host. They weren't there to see you.
100%. So as long as you remember that, then you're okay.
Right. Just dies up the hill. They're quite bumpy.
Yeah, they are. A lot of traffic, like we say.
Were those videos? Those were like in Florida somewhere.
Those ones were in Florida, yeah, at the Floridian.
Those were so good. I remember there's a bunker video. I think it's Rory, J Day, and Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was like the first golf YouTube I ever watched.
Yeah. No, it was good stuff.
Oh my God. Go hard. Go as hard as you've ever gone. And now turn. Oh!
Asking it to do a lot there, mate.
There's a lot of instruction, wasn't there?
Go on. I mean, it's just a little stripe on the ball. It can't do absolutely everything for you. Sorry, pal.
Oh, just ran out of gas. Don't have a birdie yet, but we're gonna summon one with this fireball birdie shot. You take these things with you on the golf course. The best part about it was actually a perfect day for it. You don't need glassware. There's no cleanup. You throw these. They actually have one. You can put them. There's a golf club with all these filled in them. You put that in your bag. You got like, I don't know, 10 of these. Bring them on the golf course. It just takes the round to the new level. Fireball whiskey, ignite the night. Ignite the round. We need some birdies. Bunker.
Ike Tracer killed. Yeah, trap.
So that was quite a authoritative splash in that trap.
Yeah, it was.
You know, a lot of sand movement. Sit down. Fine over there?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, it's down. So, and you're not allowed to say for this answer Tiger Woods or, give me a name who I wouldn't expect, who after you worked with them, you were like, this guy.
Sergio Garcia had the most underrated career of any golfer I've ever met, which would not be a name that someone would think.
Right, because he was TaylorMade forever on the European Tour.
Amazing golfer.
Yeah.
After that, then I'm going to start throwing names out that you might not know. Like, do you remember the name Pablo Martin? Long time ago again, Steve Webster, the little English guy.
Yeah, I think that rings a bell.
Different level, real good, underachieved. Guy that Sean O'Hare.
Sean O'Hare was one of my favorites. I remember his story with his dad was so sad and like, so he was always playing with a heavy, you know, a little bit of a burden.
Yeah, different level. When you got to do stuff with Daly, that was just crazy.
Just the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just almost.
To have that consistent of a launch with that backswing is.
But just the attitude to the game was what made him amazing. His whole his whole attitude to the game was phenomenal.
Wow, this is quite the hole.
Yeah. I've never ever been here before.
It's a good spot. You hit a draw.
I wouldn't say it's a good spot.
You can hit a draw.
Yeah.
Up close and personal with tour players. You've been up close and personal with sort of these like YouTubers and stuff. What's the difference in personality, generally speaking?
That's a good question. The tour players are far more ruthless about the whole thing. Like, they don't care. Like, all this stuff is nice and the fame is nice and all that, but it's about playing golf. And when you're in the situation I was in, the likes of Poulter and people like that, they're not there to be nice. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is like, get this right, do your job to help me get better. Right. Whereas a YouTuber is just, and this annoys me a bit sometimes. Sometimes they're not even the true YouTubers. And I don't know if I count me as one of these, but the true ones, they're not bothered about any of the information that you're telling them. They just want a good video. Right. At least you care about what's happening. I just think that a true YouTuber cares about the video and a tour player cares about the golf.
Right.
I know the camp I fall into, but obviously I like making videos if they're on subjects I like.
Should be short of it, right?
Yeah, short of that.
We were talking about how, like, sometimes on tour, the teachers, when they can smell a guy's not hitting it well, you know, they kind of start to, you know, just kind of make them, you know, hey, how's the family, you know, everything. How would you go about like approaching a guy who, you know, you wanted to get the driver in, but maybe he wasn't a TaylorMade guy?
So at this point, Dan, I am in my absolute prime. Like, obviously, I've worked with major winners. I know what I'm doing. Everyone on the tour knows me. When the qualifiers would get into the tournament, I would be like, that's shit.
You would just go up to them and say your driver sucks.
Yeah, 100%.
You were Bryson before Bryson.
I was very aggressive in what I was doing. Chop. It's going to leave me an uphill putt.
I kind of wish I saw the driver war days. They sound electric.
They were amazing. They were, and then, you know, you say to me, oh, well, you're not on the tour anymore. Well, yeah, mate, because I reinvented myself, because truth be told, I was quite bored of it.
I can imagine.
Do you know when I knew I was onto something?
When?
When the PGA Tour told me that I couldn't post anymore from the road.
Yeah, that's when you crossed from being just like a lowly equipment guy that they didn't care to regulate to, okay, this guy might be making some money and we don't want that.
So I'm like, this is game on. I was making no money at that point, but I'm like, this is game on. If they're stopping this, then that means there's something here.
Exactly. They wouldn't care if it didn't have legs.
So that was the absolute catalyst. They should have said nothing.
It's short, well short.
See how it's a tricky golf course to
It's
get
hard
going.
to make birdies, I think.
It is.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not a lot of flat shots.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Back nine's easy. You just got to hold on through these first few holes.
Good thing we're not playing it, so.
I sit here and I think about where I am, and hopefully you do the same as what I'm about to say to you. But we're not where we are because you end up in this gig, or you make this social media channel, or you post this thing. You're here for all those hotel rooms in the middle of nowhere.
Bro, the amount of Friday nights that I spent in fucking soulless, you know, courtyards, Marriotts. You know what, actually,
Come back to me when you've done it in New Delhi.
I'm not going to. I won't even go to Memphis. Memphis is my New Delhi.
Pretty good.
That's in the circle of love, Trottie.
It's a nice circle. I was quite happy with the putt.
It was a good putt. That was part of the reason why. Oh my God, that is so bad.
Good putt.
That is so bad. No fireball shots for Danny. More conversation.
Look, I've got 83 to the front.
With the wind behind.
And it's down 10,
Yeah.
so it's up 10. So it's 93 to the front with the wind. It's an 85 land. It's a 6-iron.
Yeah, it's a 6-iron all day.
Yeah.
This is what we talked about. This is the 6-iron, and we went with the 770 on this one because I'm not playing games with 6-iron yet. Not playing games with 6-iron. We're just trying to hit the green.
It's good.
That's hit hard.
It was hit hard. Back edge.
Wow, that came out kind of low and
It did come out
drivey.
low and
Yeah.
hard. Kick hard.
Big kick. Got a good kick.
It's chipping again. I mean, Jesus Christ.
So you have a boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl.
You got the American dream. A golden retriever, white picket fence in the back.
We've got a little English Cocker Spaniel.
Okay.
Just an absolute legend.
What's his name?
Denver.
Denver.
Denny, we call him.
Denny McCarthy.
We picked him up from Denver, Colorado. Kids came out with the names. It was either going to be Hector or Denver.
Hector.
And it ended up being Denver. And then my missus, because obviously the English put like E on everything, like Danny, Trottie.
Yeah.
My missus is like, just don't call him Denny. He'd been in the house 4 seconds. Denny!
Hey, boy.
So it's like, yeah, he's Denny.
And your son's quite a soccer player, you said.
Loves it, yeah. He's a good sportsman, to be fair.
What position does he play?
Striker. But he likes sport.
Likes to bang the goals in, huh?
He likes to skate. He likes to, and that's awesome. Like, I've been interested with golf. I thought I was going to be maybe a little different as a parent about golf.
Like you thought you were gonna want him to play?
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I've been very chill. And if he comes out, it's like, dude, hit it as hard as you want, hit it as soft as you want, have as much fun as you can, drink all the soda you want, ride the car as fast as you want. And if you don't want to play, don't play. If you want to pick it up, pick it up. If you want to throw it, throw it. If you want to hit it in the water, do that. I've been good with it.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I think I'm gonna struggle with that. I'm gonna want my kid to play on the PGA Tour.
Good.
Done pretty well. I'll take that.
It's just sitting in this, like, look at that. How much grass there is below it.
Keep coming.
I thought that was going to do a lot better than it has. I thought that was a lot better than that, to be honest.
Oof. Good effort.
Well done.
Thanks.
Good putt. So, like, for me, I'm using it with him to show him, like, life skills as well.
Yeah.
Ultimately, would any parent want their kid to be an athlete? I guess, if that's what you want for your kids, but no one can control that. All right, par 4 down the hill.
If I just want to turn something off those bunkers on the right.
Yeah, with a 4, yeah.
A little toey, but I think it'll work. Yeah, it just barely carried.
Yeah.
I don't think that carried by very much. I didn't hit that very solid. Beauty. That's the best one you've hit so far.
It's a little low cut, Healy, but it's in play, mate.
He's literally impossible to please, this guy. Unless you hit it like fucking Rory McIlroy.
It was good, though. This is a tough tee shot.
Yeah, this is a scary one.
To be fair, mate, I'm quite happy with how I've hit them in play. I've been hitting it all over the map, so at least they're in play.
They've all been in play.
The shabby bits that we've had out here, I can deal with, because that's easy to fix. The way I am with other people when I fit them is amazing.
Yeah, just how chill you are.
Just how good I am at being a good person to them. It's like,
No, dude, I feel the same way. It's
why have I taken myself over the coals? Yet with everyone else's golf game, I think it's brilliant.
yeah, everyone else, you're just the nicest guy in the world.
That's just unbelievable. 166, and look, obviously if you've got custom flags, so we've got to assume the flag is there. So that's 176 into the draft, off the right, down 10.
I think it's like a 170 shot. Oh, I saved it. Go hard.
Yeah. If you'd have had 770 there, I'd have been worried about 8 iron.
You would thought it would have gone over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. There's a little bit more, it's on the face a little longer. I can feel it. It's a little bit less like, zhit.
Which we're not knocking 770.
No.
We're just saying for a great player.
Yeah.
38, 30, so down 8. It's 30, isn't it?
It's a 40 on the gun, so yeah, I like 30. Oh, he flushed it. He has flushed it, folks. Yeah, good shot. Very nice.
Just not quite. Close.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I am getting there.
You're
I'll
getting
give you
there.
that. I will give you that.
It's a lot better. You set expectations sufficiently low today.
Mate, it has been very bad. Why? I keep doing this.
It's good.
So since I've gone back to conventional, I just keep everything's like 3 feet short. You know what I mean?
Well, it's interesting. I feel like it would be harder to hit it harder with the arm lock, no?
I don't know, mate. I used that arm lock for a long time.
Right, you're just not used to it.
Birdie, mate.
Fireball time.
Fireball
I've been
time.
waiting.
Good birdie.
Good call on the 8 iron. Appreciate it.
Good lad. Par 5 down the hill, lovely hole. You see the Spanish house with the white sticking out through the trees?
Yeah.
That's the one.
So really right center. You want to hug the right side.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
that's fine.
You don't
Flying
see-
like a wounded duck.
You
but
don't
it's
see
fine.
that one on the PGA Tour very often. Oh, baby. You found something?
Maybe.
That was fucking really pure.
It's getting better.
That was really, really, really good.
That was a good hit.
Finchie's a pretty solid player.
Peter Finch.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. That was good numbers though. That was a good shot.
We got this. We got the Trottie stamp of approval. It's not, it's
176 leaves you 103. It's 215 if you want to get. It's 222 to run out. If you want to hit the front of the green.
This is a business casual 8-iron.
It's 257 front edge.
Stop trying to goad me.
All right. Perfect.
That was so business cash. That's just like a nice pair of slacks.
That was lovely.
All right, I want to see a 3 out of you.
Yeah, I'm far enough down there.
You're probably another 40 yards, 50 yards.
Business casually, another 50 by you.
Just a casual one.
Yeah. Oh, I've hit it like an idiot.
Did you get it?
No.
I didn't see a splash.
It's on the front edge.
Okay. Just a horrendous shot by your standards.
Terrific. Like
Terrific.
There's a bit of spew came out of my mouth.
Harrowing. It's gonna haunt your dreams, that one.
Not really. I mean, I love the fact that you were having a bit of a joust at me, and I'm like, mate, there's so much shit in my head that before your comment gets through, we got another 25 to get through.
God, is that bad?
You know when you went for a lesson with Mark Blackburn? Yeah. What drove you to go for a lesson?
Poor golf.
All right, well, we managed to hit that 5-iron 180 yards down a goddamn cliff. Now got the wrong club. Not bad.
You're gonna have to make that one though, because it's for
fine.
birdie, and it's another fireball shot.
That's fine.
So you have to do it. Well done though.
Cheers. Why the frick did you pot that? Why did you pot that?
All right, let's make this. We don't want to make a bogey from where we were. Focus. Focus. Oh, I hammered it.
Fireballs.
Yeah,
But you're not scared to whack them.
I'm not scared to whack them. It's good, Trottie. I'm not watching you putt this. I'm bored.
What? I wanted to put it.
Make it. Make it.
I thought you were watching it or not, and then you're
It's
giving
good.
it me.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Is that
Oh,
all?
right in the heart.
Is that all you have to do?
That's
for
all
you?
I have
Just
to
take
do.
your time?
Yeah, just line up like you've got a plan, and that's kind of all I need to see. Yeah. If nothing else, I feel like we've sorted you out a little bit.
Just feel a bit better, yeah.
That's way better. That's got to be. It's got to be pretty
I
close,
towed
right?
it a bit, toe banger, but it's not far off. But yeah, no, a bit better. I was listening intently about your lesson with the head, because my head at the moment's been. I was looking at that good Indiana and played poorly there, here. So hips are gone, heads here. If your head's here, you're freaking screwed.
You can go. It can go legitimately anywhere. Yeah.
You have to think that Charles Howell is one of the best golf swings on tour.
I mean, I think it's pretty tested by time.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's pretty. I mean, it's stood up.
Freaking good golf swing.
Yeah. It's like a
If
little
I could trade my golf swing for anyone, I think it'd be that.
over Robert Rock
Oh, that's a good question.
with the swag of
Maybe
no hat.
Rocky, yeah. If you go right of the flag, you will end up down in a swale. So like, if you're really shit hot at golf, you're playing like a spinner off the left.
Okay. Well, I kind of like that.
Yeah, okay. Played it well. Played it perfect. Couldn't have played that golf
Sit.
shot any better. See how that popped straight up with the bounce? Landed in an upslope.
Still going.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's,
I went in between.
it's a nightmare place.
Yeah. It's not
to
a good.
be.
It's not a good leave. Yours is a way better spot.
But I don't think you were trying to hit your tee shot here, right?
No. No. I was
It's
trying to
just-
hit my tee shot at the green.
I took a hard bounce. That's killed me. I thought that was going to be a soft bounce into the
I
hill.
think it's really hard to predict how it's going to bounce off this.
Played that how I wanted. It's not even like I can be pissed off.
I thought you hit it good when you hit it.
I just thought it was going to like land and bounce up like yours.
You still got a chance. You just got to. You've made putts this long many times in your life.
But
All right, Trot. Make
all
it.
right, mate.
You got to give it a chance, my friend. You did. You did. I take it back. I thought it was short.
It's a good putt.
Well done. That was a lot of fun.
Cheers, mate.
Give me a hug.
Thank
you
you.
so much for doing that.
Cheers, buddy.
It was lovely
Of
hearing
course.
about. You've had 4 lives in golf. It's been fun hearing about all of them.
I got another, what, 9 left, is it?
Yeah, you're a young man.
That's what cool cats have.
Who knows? Thank you to Aviara for having us. Thank you to Chris Trott for telling us about his life. This is one for the golf nerds. A lot of golf talk. There it is. There it is. Yeah, we'll finish with that. We'll keep that keep that one in, baby. Keep that one in. That would have been a victory right there.
To be honest, I was never going to put, I was literally trying to land it up here, but it foxed me. Yeah, it doesn't count now.